what's going on, y'all? Welcome to another great edition of the Pull Up Experience. We're episode 201. Come on now.
Yes.
And we are my man, Mr. Anthony Barnhill, the man, the myth, the legend. We got you today, my friend. And then we got Miss Brittany, and then y'all already know who I am, y'all. So, man, we are, we thank you for coming out today, man.
Definitely.
Absolutely. The pleasure is all mine.
Thank you, sir.
For real. I'm glad to be here.
Yes, sir. So, okay. And we already like to start off saying, rep your hood, man. What part of Cleveland, or what part do you call home, man?
Oh, I'm from Harvard Avenue.
Oh, come on now.
I'm from the Harvard Avenue.
The Harvard Avenue.
Harvard.
Okay.
No, yeah, I'm from Harvard, so.
Okay.
We just took a loss not too long ago. They just tore my school down.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so, you know.
Did you get a brick?
I did, man, but I'm gonna have a conversation with Joe Jones when I see him.
No, I understand. All right, Joe Jones.
That's right.
Hey, I went to Max Hayes. That's how I found out Max Hayes and whatnot.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
I'm like,
crazy.
dang. Man, right where they at, they put apartments over there. I think they same thing to do. The same thing with Kennedy.
Yeah, for sure. But the thing is you need schools like Max Hayes around right now too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, providing the trades and all of that stuff, man. So that's really a gem we lost a while ago. So.
Listen, bro, don't get me started, but that's neither here nor there. So, I'm guessing is it safe to assume you went to Kennedy?
Yep,
Okay.
John F. Kennedy. Yep.
Shout out to Kennedy, you know what I'm saying?
Yep,
Second best. No, let me
Yeah,
stop.
it's too many of us to be trying to say that.
Let me stop playing. Okay.
For sure.
So let me ask you this, bro. So when did the artistic parts that you cultivate? Was it something were you naturally born with these things, or did it cultivate as you got older?
I think so. I drew a little bit as a youngster. You know what I'm saying? But I think I drew like Pokemon and.
Oh yeah, shout out to Pokemon.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think we all in the class was like
Yeah,
Charmander, you know what I'm saying?
So, you know, it was always a particular interest of mine, but it really started to, like, really surface as an adult. You know, I took interest in art. I just like to go see it for a while.
Yeah.
Go to the museums, ended up getting a membership to Cleveland Museum of
Shout out
Art.
to Cleveland Museum. Man.
And I guess just, you know, it really started to be like a thing. So I would go to different cities, and every time I traveled, I would go to whatever museum they had to check out the different art that they had. And, you know, me actually just checking it out and looking at it after a while, you know, kind of, I guess it put me in the space to where I was curious to see if I could do it myself. You know what I'm saying? And then I studied art a little bit. Really for maybe about a year, and I got enough courage to do my own piece. And you know, that started a couple years ago. So since then I've been, you know, messing around with the art thing, and it's been going well. You know,
And let me ask you this, because like I'm not an artist at all. You know what I'm saying? I'm a podcast artist. Let me correct that or whatnot. But how did you find your style? Because I know there's different types of different styles and whatnot. How did you know, okay, this is the type I want to do right here?
I'm not the best portrait person, so I can draw, but I don't think that I'm as comfortable with my sketching and my drawing abilities as other people are. So I noticed that a lot of people like to do like portraits of like black people. It'd be a lot of Basquiat and a lot of Andre 3000. You know, there's a lot of people that are important in black culture.
Yeah.
That's not really my style. Not that I can't, I just never explored it, but I think that abstract shapes and, you know, the geometric stuff and, you know, just the different ways that you can create patterns and pictures with different pieces of art materials, not just brushes, palette knives, and, you know, different things like that really kind of spoke to me. And as I tested different things out, it was just something that I think that, you know, I just like the most, and I just, you know, go with that. So.
I think how you flex on it one time. You start using geometric shape. I'm like, oh, well, I didn't even know that. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to you, brother. Cause I'm like, oh, I didn't know. See, that's why I can never do art. Cause like, math is involved. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's different styles, and it, you know, I dibble and dabble. So I like the geometric stuff, which is a little bit more simple, and at least I think it's a little bit more simple.
Yeah.
But you know, you can get deeper in, you know, a little bit more technical with like the palette knives and the squeegees and different things like that. So you know, it's a thing. It's cool though.
No, I got you. So let me ask you this: like, who do you, I know for me as an artist, a podcast artist, I have people I look up to. When I look up to, I look at their style. I'm like, okay, it inspires me. Is there any particular art that you look at that inspires you?
Yeah, I'll say that it's an artist that's actually in Cleveland. His name is Mike.
Shout out to Mike.
Yeah, a friend of mine. I knew Mike. We were in high school. We had a couple mutual friends, and Mike was always into drawing and, you know, different things like that. He's one of those people that was just born with the ability and the gift of, you know, drawing and just everything that comes with that to create. I would like to say anything because his art is so profound. But, you know, as far as I would say just somebody that inspires me, I would say him because I was able to kind of, you know him early on in his artistic journey. You know, when he was just drawing and then, you know, in school, and then just to kind of see how he's developed and grown over the years. You know, it's a little different for me because I had the opportunity to see it from, you know, a small portion in the beginning, and to see where he is now. I just think it's dope and it's inspiration. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I could go into like other artists, you know, that are famous or whatever or whatnot. One that I like is Gerhard Richter.
I'll look up later. I'm gonna say.
Yeah, you know, but he's real famous, and he has a lot of dope work that I feel like my style is a little bit similar to his. You know what I'm saying?
No, I got you. So let me ask you this: do you feel like as an artist, is something that you naturally born with, or something that you can cultivate and practice and you can get better at?
I think that if you really one of them ones, is you just gotta be born with it. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think that art is something that you can't learn how to do. You know what I'm saying? But I think that having the ability to just think with different parts of your brain and you know, just do different things on canvas, like special stuff, like real special stuff. And there's levels. Like, I'll be honest, I'm like a rookie in my artist journey, and art isn't something that I just have done my whole life. So I don't know, I feel weird even calling myself an artist sometimes because I'm so new to this in comparison to people that I know that were born with the talents that have been doing these things forever. So I know, and I'm just big on respecting, you know, anything. You know, in the craft of just like art and like the artistic nature that comes with it, because it's really something special. So you know, I just always like to just, you know, show the proper respect.
No, that's what's up.
You know, to the art and, you know, the people that have been doing this forever. You know, so I think it's something that you can be born with, but I also think it's something that you can learn how to do too.
That's good. Cause you better than me, bro. Let me sketch something one time. I'm going around like I'm the greatest artist that ever lived. I'm getting Kanye West with it, but that's just me though. You know what I'm saying? Cause like, you know, I give people credit's due, cause like yourself, shout out to Lacey. We got Lacey coming on a little bit or whatnot, but like I see what y'all do, and like, you know what I'm saying, to have the idea in your head, and like able to take it from your head and put it onto a canvas, paper or whatever. You know what
absolutely.
I mean? That's a God-given talent.
I've seen some of her work. I believe we may be talking about the same person, but we both were featured artists at Futureland this past year.
I was gonna tell you
we had some of well, I seen some of her work there. You know, so I believe that's the Lacey that I remember.
Oh yeah,
that you guys may be talking about.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, she has some dope work.
That's what I ask about the artist community as a whole. You know what I'm saying? Because like I would say that the Cleveland scene is widening as far as we're not just known for just the Browns and the Cavaliers. Now we're known for tech. We're known for entrepreneur endeavors and whatnot. How is the artist scene for Cleveland in your opinion?
I think it's room for growth. I think it's growing, but I think that's something that I want to be a facilitator of. Is,
come on now.
You know, just being in a space to where I can help open up that art scene for young people, older people, and, you know, people with all demographics, because Cleveland is like a sleeper city. You know, I feel like Cleveland has you can have the best time of your life in this city, and you could potentially have the worst time of your life.
All depends.
It all depends. It all depends on the the logistics of where you are. But I think that I've been fortunate enough to explore a little bit more than most people that come from where I come from, and have been able to see some of the more beautiful parts of the city, and understand that that there's life here, and there's a lot of there's a lot of beautiful things, a lot of beautiful places, and a lot of things that you could do. But there are certain places that you may look at and you may not realize that there's room to do more things and to do other things. And I think the art scene is definitely room for that here, because it's not really a high presence. And then again, me being new to the artist community here in the city, just me doing art for a couple years, I may not be informed on everything as far as the artist community is concerned, but I feel like I could do some good for the art scene in the city of Cleveland, and I try to, with my exhibitions and just trying to collaborate with different people, in different spaces. So yeah.
No, that's what's up, bro. I like you say you want to be a facilitator for
that. Yeah, for sure. How long have you, just side note, how long have you been into like the artistry part of it? I know you said you kind of
3 years.
3 years now?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, 3 years. Well, I'm sorry, 4 years.
4 years.
Yeah,
okay.
4 years. I studied for a year, and then I painted in secret for 2.5 years, 3 years, and then like two years, and then I've been openly painting for the last 2. Secret because when I started painting, painting was therapeutic for me. I was doing it with a purpose, more than I would say just to do it because I was in love with the artist creation part of it, I guess. I don't know. It was therapeutic for me, so it was for me, and I didn't want to share it with other people yet. You know what I'm saying? So
okay.
For me, it was just I needed to use that for what I needed it for at the time, and then as I went through that process, I got a little bit more comfortable with sharing and my abilities, and once I got to a certain point where I was ready to share, I did that. So it was cool.
Oh, that's what's up. I like you said you would use that as therapy. I know a lot of people they do. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's a thing. It's like a real thing. It was an outlet for me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a real creative person, so it gave me an opportunity to duck off and be alone and zone out and get into a creative space where I could release creative energy and whatever energy that I had pent up in me as well, and in a productive way. So
no, that's what's up, bro. And then I want to talk about Featureland because like I when I got a chance to look at it, like I was at Featureland, but I'm not. People will know this about me. I'm not very social. I don't do after parties and whatnot, but I know they had party afterwards when they were once again showcasing people's artwork. You were a part of that, bro.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that experience right there.
It was amazing. I didn't foresee myself being in a situation like that. You know what I'm saying? It was just really a blessing for real. It was a blessing for my work to be recognized on that type of platform in the city, and super grateful to everybody that decided to include me in that. But it was it was an experience in a lot of different ways. It was a positive. Well, it was all positive.
Yeah.
But it was cool for me to be able to showcase my work, but also for me to be able to meet other artists in the city. I'm not the most social person. I don't get out that much, and then when I do, I'm kind of by myself.
Yeah.
I eat, have my little wine or whatever I'm drinking, and I kind of push out. So. It was cool for me to, be in a more, be in a networking environment and be able to, kind of connect with people that were my peers as artists. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I enjoyed that. And also, just me being able to see people's styles, in the city, in comparison to mine and just in general, So, a lot of people they got a different style than me, which I think is cool. So it was dope all around, and hopefully I could run it back next year. This year.
And you better than me, because I'll be like, I'll walk up to people and be like that piece right there? Yeah, that's me right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you more modest than me, bro. I don't know what you think about that. That's me? You like that? Oh, yeah, that's me right there. You know what I'm saying?
That might be why you're not in the
So, okay, let's I want to pivot. I want to talk about the fact, bro, that you are also, like me and Brittany, we got a chance to see you in your other facet, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So with the DJ coming in and whatnot.
Honestly, I taught myself how to DJ during quarantine, man. The world was locked down. I always been a fan of music.
Yeah.
My whole life, I was the aux guy, so I was the guy that I feel like people would trust me with the aux cord.
Give me the cord.
Give me the aux cord. And I just, I kind of have an ear for music, and honestly, like being able to read a room and knowing the styles and the types of people that are in the room and knowing what they want to hear. So
that's a talent right there, by the way.
Yeah. So, I mean, I just honestly looked at some YouTube videos on a specific controller that I ordered, because I use a DJ controller, and learn how to, work all of the bells and whistles on the controller, and then eventually, taught myself how to scratch a little bit, and match beats, and it's just been up since then.
Yeah, come on,
honestly.
I feel like it gotta be a talent, because you know what I'm saying. I've too many times I've been away and they're like, cha-cha slide. This ain't the time for no cha-cha slide. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like,
they can't read
but you said, you gotta read the room though. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta know, because I mean, I go a lot of places. It's different now as a DJ, because I actually know the technical aspect of it. So when I go places and when you know about DJing and you hear people, it's different. You listen and you hear the music differently. So I don't just hear it the way that normal people hear it. Okay. I know when somebody messes up, or when they, it's just it's different.
You listen with different ear now. Okay, that's
But I think it's cool. I think Cleveland has a lot of DJs, a lot of dope DJs, especially I think the female DJs here are more dope. And that's just my opinion. No shade or no hate, but I feel like it's a lot of dope female DJs in the city. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I like that.
So, man, what you feel like is your most requested song? Or like, hey, DJ, run that back one time.
Sexy Red.
Sexy Red? Oh, man. That's the call.
Listen, anything Sexy Red.
It's getting played.
To me, a line dance.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
You
should do like a tutorial on how to do it, because I'll be messing every time.
I think about you. I played it a million times, and I still.
You still okay? I'm glad if you don't know Anthony, I'll
show you. I got you.
I'm not a dancer though. Yeah. So I don't have those skills, man. I ain't shy about it. I feel like I'm the only member of my family that can't dance. I got cousins and brothers and siblings that, and sing and dance, man. I don't know.
You artistic the other way, though, bro.
Yeah, there you go.
God bless you another aspect.
There you go.
So let me ask you, what do you feel like the biggest misconception people have with being a DJ, though? Because I in my opinion, I be thinking it's a crate full of vinyl or not. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I think the biggest misconception is that people think that you can just pull a song out of the air when they request it. So it's like, it'd be like, I want to hear this song, and it, you got like it might be a song from like the OJ's album in whatever '91, and it's not like a song that's popular that people would know, but it's just like a song that you like from the album that you want to hear. And they think that you can just press a button or look something up and play the song, and it's not really like that. It's well, at least for me, it's not like that.
Yeah.
You have to have music loaded onto your computer, or onto a hard drive that's connected to your computer, and you can only play what's on that unless you go on YouTube and do some quick download and download it to your computer, your hardware. But as a DJ, we already doing enough. It's hard to mix and do all that type of stuff, or so yeah, like I think that's the misconception, because people get mad at when they ask me to play songs, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I can't.
Play the Macarena, man. Play the Macarena.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
But so yeah, because I'm about to say, because like, I don't know. I ain't gonna lie. I thought the same thing. I think y'all had like a whole range of music already at your disposal.
Nah, yeah, for sure. So I get a lot of requests on certain things. Most of the stuff, I feel like 98% of the time I have it because I got a lot of music, but you know, it's that 2% where it's like, oh, well, no, I'm sorry, I
What's
ain't
the
got it.
question you ever got?
And then I always remember,
That's funny.
man, it was like, dang. Nah, that ain't that bad because people actually listen to that song. I thought Tennessee Whiskey was a wild request, but that's like a popular song. It's like, I don't know. I don't know. You know what Tennessee Whiskey is? No. But no, it's I don't know. I think it was a song. It was somebody made. I think the group name was like the Hamiltons or something. They wanted me to play it, but I don't know. That was the wildest one. But I remember it because I still. What I did was, later on down the line, I went back and I found it. I loaded it into my system because the guy that asked me to play it.
This is a great time in Cleveland tonight, and I think what we look at is black excellence on display right now.
I feel blessed. From the moment I walked in the door, I heard Mr. Wheaton and congratulations and everything. Now all the way up to upstairs, same thing, man. It's a blessing.
I am feeling really grateful, very blessed. It's just an amazing experience to be able to be in the room with so many amazing people and people that are game changers and world changers. That's breaking bread and making businesses in Cleveland, Ohio.
This is a night for one for the books for not only Cleveland but Ohio. I'm so proud of Tenora.
I was there regularly, and he came in all the time. So I just So next time when he came in, if he asked me, I had it. But yeah, that was probably the most random one.
No, that's what's up. No, the fact that you like, hey, I got you next time, bro.
Try to look out for people, especially the regulars. If I'm DJing somewhere regularly, I like to play what the people want to hear. So I mean that's what I'm there for. At least that's what I think.
So man, what do you feel like is the next big song of the summer or whatnot? Somewhere around the corner.
I don't know, man.
You said it's still time.
A lot of time. I'm telling you, I know Sexy Red.
Sexy Red about to kill us something. Okay, I got you.
Anything that she drop, everybody gonna want to hear. That's how I feel.
Man, what?
Yeah.
All right.
But I don't know. I think as the summertime progresses, we got the whole Drake, Kendrick, Cole thing going on. It's an opportunity for something to progress there,
Listen, as a hip hop head, I'll look forward to it. I don't lie to you.
Yeah, I'm looking for it. I'm waiting for a response. I've been sitting here waiting.
Yeah, come on, Dre. I know you watch Pull Up Experience. Hit him with that. Hit him back to back time.
Not even just Drake. J. Cole too.
Yeah, J. Cole. But I feel like J. Cole more methodical with his. When he hits, it's gonna be hitting though.
No. I just feel like when somebody comes at you that direct and it's just like clear, because you got subs. And you got things where people are clever and it's like, well, I think they talking about this person. But when you know somebody's talking about you and calling you out, it's like, all right, it's a word. Like, all right, you said what you said. Now I'm coming back. You can come back. And then, it's on the flow. We're going to do what we do.
I'm excited because it reminds me of Takeover Ether all over again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
And like the fact that that's how I know I was getting old because they're like, man, you hear that, Kendrick? I'm like, what? I'm like, yeah, what y'all talking about? And like they had to break it down for me. Like the subliminals in that joint was so deep and so complex. Like, dang, like I'm getting old.
I got me and a friend of mine. We talk about it all the time because we are real in we in the hip hop.
Yeah.
We heavy into it, so big J. Cole fans, Kendrick fans, and just like the lyrical aspect of hip hop is like what I'm into. So listening to the rappers that are a little bit more lyrical, we get into it and we dive in a lot and we catch a lot of the subs and the subliminal stuff that people say. Over the years, like the last 8 to 10 years, honestly, we've been like, I think he might be talking about this person or this might be going on. So, it's cool to know that we're kind of right about the situation and to, just see how it unfolds and to see who comes out on top. Because it's you got 3 people on a mountaintop, man. Somebody got to fall off.
No, listen. And I'll never forget when I found out that later on that Jay-Z and Nas have basically, you know what I'm saying, used the whole publicity to help sell record sales. But that's hip hop though, you know what I'm saying? And the fact that it's got us back to that collaborative, not collaborative, that kind of competitive. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, oh yeah, we wrapped up now, you know what I'm saying? So everybody waiting for the response. So yeah, we'll see. And if it happen during summer, you already know what time it is, you know what I'm saying?
And I think that's what's gonna happen. I think they're gonna wait till they have time to settle, and they're gonna take. I feel like the world everywhere is just all about taking advantage of the opportunity to sell. So, you know, more than it is about just, you know, the love of the art and just competition. So it's like, yeah, I want to compete, but at the same time, I want to make sure I get some bread off this too, which I respect. You know, I respect. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I look forward to them dropping albums within the next couple of months.
The fall's coming though.
Yeah, so hopefully they have some projects coming out and then they, you know, drop something on the,
we'll see.
On the albums.
If y'all seen the J. Cole snippet, man, it was like, oh my goodness, I can't wait for it to come through. So, cause I'm a big J. Cole fan, you know what I'm saying?
I am too.
So yeah,
I am too.
Yeah, yes sir. So it was a good time for hip hop. Yeah. So let's talk about your other aspect, bro. Let's talk about you being a mentor to the youth, bro. And that's something that I want to commend you for, because not so many of us that look like us doing that. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. And I think that's a big reason why I do it, is because I mean, even me and my friends growing up, and you know, like I said, we grew up on Harvard, went to Kennedy, a lot of the schools in the area. We went to the rec center that was right next to the, you know, Kennedy every day. We had a couple of people in there. They weren't the best influences, but they were presences. So we learned good things and we learned bad things from them. You know, I learned some good things from my parents, you know, but I learned a lot of things that I shouldn't do for them as well, and just people in my family. And, you know, kind of growing up, I don't feel like that I had a steady positive influence in my life to, you know, kind of guide me where I needed to be. And me going through that, I understand how important it is for young people to have that. So for some reason, I don't know, God always positioned me around children and young people. I don't know, even when I tried to get away, that's just where I always was.
That's how it goes, though.
You know what I'm saying? So always been good with the youth, kids, even, you know, it started in my family, you know, early on, just kind of rocking with my younger cousins a lot. And then that kind of just grew to, you know, me graduating high school and volunteering a lot at the rec center that I grew up in, creating programs for, you know, a lot of the young people that were there that, you know, followed me. And that
shout out to the Kennedy Rec, man. Me and my sister, we used to go there all the time. Many foosball victories on my end, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we took an L there too, because they didn't took it off Harvard and they put it on Miles. Man. Yeah, but it's a nice place, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, but you know, I just kind of understand the plight of black people growing up in the inner city that don't have the positive example. So, you know, I like to get in spaces where you have people that are inner city children that, you know, may come from destitute communities that do need a positive person or influence around them. So, you know, that's why I do it, and that's how I started.
Yeah, that's what's up, bro. And like I said, I want to commend you, because like I said, not too often positive black role models. Because, you know, there are role models in the hood. Now they bother. That's what makes the difference, right?
You're gonna be influenced.
You're gonna be influenced by others. No, that's facts.
I mean, and you know, just naturally, it's just how it is. You see, you know, it's cliche, but it doesn't always happen that way. But most people do become products of their environment just by, you know, human nature, and just, you know, your environment kind of sets the tone for who you could be. It doesn't happen. It doesn't always happen. You might not always be a product of your environment all the time, you know, but that's contingent upon the people that you got around you. If you got a strong foundation at home, or if you got people to tell you that this isn't the direction that you need to go and really kind of guide you, or you might just be an anomaly and a kid that just has it, you know, and was just born with it, to know, like, this is not what I want to do. I'm not doing this and I'm not doing that. And, you know, it's all possible. But I was somebody that did kind of fall a victim to, you know, my circumstance for a while. And, you know, even when I was, you know, in the hood and, you know, running around and doing certain things, you know, I knew that I was always better than that. So, you know, it was only a matter of time before I, you know, kind of stepped into, you know, who I really was supposed to be.
And I know one of the things that a lot of times we find ourselves either you do things because of or in spite of, right? And like
Absolutely.
you said, and it goes back to that. And a lot of people they do because of, because I was around this, so I do the same thing. Or like you said, the opposite. Like, well, shoot, I seen it. I want to do the opposite of that.
Yeah,
and I want to shout out to the men in the church, because for me growing up, it was seeing black men like yourself in the church doing, you know what I'm saying, doing positive things. So like you said, it's all about what you see growing up. Because I could easily have went the other route, but I seen these other great men doing great things. I'm like, you know, that I want to aspire to be that one day.
Yeah.
So with the representation of positive black role models is needed, man.
Absolutely. And I think that for me, and I had these conversations with my friends, like in my neighborhood, we had an opportunity to be around those type of men because of sports, you know, and just being at the recreation center or playing football for the Cleveland Warriors up the street or playing baseball at St. Henry's, and, you know, being taught, so to speak, teamwork and discipline in certain regards, and, you know, how to take order from, you know, men and, you know, strong men. You know, early on in life, I say, you know, early, like between 8 and like maybe 11, 12. And, you know, it's a blessing, you know what I'm saying, to have that, and that's why I'm so upset about the rec centers and all that stuff. You know, it's a piece of, you know, it's a piece of your childhood, and, you know, memories. Like, you know, we can always go back to the rec center. I mean, even if I wanted to go back today and go back and, you know, holler at people, or if I just wanted to go down there and shoot around or just talk to some of the kids that was there, some of the people that worked there now, they still work there. When I was a kid growing up, so you know them, and it's a family thing, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, but shout out to the people with the new Kennedy Rec on Miles, man, doing some things, man, with the youth, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I'm with you on that. I understand.
Yeah. So let me ask this: how would you, if there's someone out who's watching this, young man or young lady who's like, I want to be able to be a mentor, what advice would you give them in order to be an effective mentor?
I would say, one, try to practice what you preach.
Come on.
It's not always the easiest thing, but you know, you need to do more of that than you don't. And be patient with whoever you choose or whoever you try to take up under your wing.
That's
you
good.
know? And one thing that I would say is it's important to always just be conscious, and if anything, just plant a seed. You know what I'm saying? Plant a seed, plant seeds, and you know, when it's time for the seed to grow and for them to, you know, understand what the message was. Even if it's 5-10 years from now, you know what I'm saying, they'll appreciate it, and they'll always come back and let you know if you are planting seeds and you taking that approach to, you know, really help people and, you know, help them grow.
That's real, yeah. So let me ask you this, bro. How do you juggle all that? How you juggle being a mentor? How you juggle being
It's hard, man.
You know what I'm saying?
It's hard. It's I don't know. I think you just, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not the most organized person. I'm probably more organized than others. But at the same time, you know, I might be painting for 6 months and then I might not be doing other things, you know.
It's seasons for everything.
Yeah, like I feel like it's seasons. Like last summer and, last summer and spring was real busy arts-wise for me. Like I was, you know, going heavy on art because I was kind of like introducing myself as an artist to a lot of the people that were around me and just, you know, the city, so to speak. So I was heavy with that. And right now I'm kind of heavy with some of my other entrepreneurial things. You know, I got a card game called Black Movie Scene that I'm like really focusing on and trying to figure out how to market that and get that out here the best possible way to make it accessible for, you know, black people. So, and work is always work. You know, I'm working with the youth at Cleveland Job Corps right now. And DJing is, you know, just a normal thing for me weekly. I do that weekly, and as I get booked by people for different events. So, you know, that's always a constant, but really just kind of trying to piece together the other stuff, really the art and just, you know, some of the other entrepreneurial things that I have going on. Yeah. It's difficult. So, you know, trying to figure out a balance and like trying to create space to cultivate those things in a more structured and organized way is something that I'm getting better at. Yeah. And I said this on another podcast that I did. I'm getting better at it, and I'm, you know, figuring out ways to carve out time for all the things that I need to do, but, you know, more importantly, carve out time for myself as well.
That's important for sure. Mm-hmm. So we talked about your love for art. We've talked about your talents in DJing, and then your heart for the youth. Are there any other untapped talents you have that you want to pursue?
I don't think so.
Okay. People assume you play basketball really well because you told them.
Yeah.
Well, right. I mean, I've always kind of been an athlete. I played sports, but no, yeah, like so. I mean, and I coach basketball too. Okay. Oh, okay. But I coach basketball at my job, so it's easier for me. You know, so I got a basketball team for the knuckleheads. I love them though, but you know, they my little babies that don't listen. But yeah, like sports is life. You know, I'm super into sports. I really should have been Stephen A. Smith and Shannon Sharp. That would if I could choose any profession or any job that I could have in the blink of an eye, if they could just put me there, I'd be on ESPN. Well, maybe Fox, because I'd rather be in LA than be in New York. But I'd be somewhere, man, or doing something, you know. Yeah, talking about sports and just, you know, kind of diving into that sports world, because it's so important, yeah, but it's a thing of mine. It's a big interest for me.
So what I'm hearing is that future podcast from Anthony, you know what I'm saying, about sports. What I'm hearing. That's what I heard when he said that. You know what I'm saying? That's what we can see in the future.
So funny thing is I had a podcast that was called the Chatterbox. In I want to say like 20. What year did the Cavs win the championship? 2016. It was like 2015, 2016. And I did like 6 episodes and then I stopped. It was on Pavement Slave Radio. Shout out my dude Rob Stevenson, man. He's a dope person, man, in general. And he was somebody that was like deeply ingrained in the community, and, you know, he was big on positive media outlets for black people and people of color in general. And, you know, he had just asked me to do it. I did it, and, you know, it was one of the best things that I had done in my life. No, yeah, you know, so
that's all I'm hearing right now. You know, it's just me.
Maybe one day, man.
All right. We're gonna hold to that, man.
Maybe one day, but it was dope. It was definitely a wonderful experience, man. It was a wonderful experience. So, you know, one day we run it back.
All right, bro. Listen, I'll be looking forward to, man. Because I want to say how I got into you. So shout out to John Morgan, man. Y'all already check the episodes coming up soon. And I was watching him and John, and like I just love y'all conversation. Y'all do something together. I can see y'all just doing something together, man.
Yeah, no, that would be cool. I was a little too comfortable on my man's podcast. For real, man, because me and John, we had conversations like that all the time. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? John's one of my good friends. Super, super good dude, man. Yeah, one of the best people that I know, period. You know what I'm saying? But we had, you know, a real
conversation.
It was a real conversation. Yeah. You know, got me in trouble because I done said some things, man. For real, man.
Check it out, y'all. Get a chance.
Shout out to my mom. Episode 81, y'all. You know? But yeah, it was a real conversation. It was a vulnerable conversation for him and myself. You know what I'm saying? And it was something that you don't really see a lot amongst African American men. You know what I'm saying? There's always some type of masculine standard for, you know, conversation or just, you know, having that bravado as a man. And, you know, that conversation was really just, you know, just like an intimate and more vulnerable conversation about things that, you know, men do go through in a personal life that they don't really talk about a lot.
No, it was a good conversation, but like I was saying, like I can see you and John doing something, you know what I'm saying? Remember I said here on the phone first, you know what I'm saying? So hey, listen, like I'm a podcast enthusiast / connoisseur, right? And I like seeing genuine conversations, you know what I'm saying? That we get, I feel like we were like a fly on the wall, but we get a chance to get a view of it, you know what I'm saying? And I just love dope conversation. Y'all had a dope one, you know what I'm saying? So no, y'all run that back one time, man. Chatterbox Part 2, I don't know.
We talked about it. We talked about, you know, me potentially coming back on and doing another episode, but I love to do something with him, you know, on a more consistent capacity, you know, because I just know it'll work because we got a certain chemistry.
No, absolutely.
You know, conversationally. Yeah.
I guess he was talking about it is what it is with Case and Cam Mace. Yeah. And like doing the thing.
I love that.
Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? No, and like you said, like they're two friends having genuine conversation, and we're just watching it. You know what I'm saying?
And they vibing.
And they vibe exactly.
They vibing and they eating off of it, and it's like, you know, it's too. I like what they do so much because it's like, they talk about everything, but they talk about it from like a real perspective, and they like important people from my childhood. And I looked at Cam and, you know, the Diplomats and all of them dudes. You know, everybody was, you know, enamored. So it's with all of the things that they did with rap and like how they influenced the culture and all of the different ways that they did. So to see them, you know, about their business, independent, starting their own thing, or maybe doing deals independently with, you know, different companies to get a podcast, and for it to blow up like that, and for them to be doing it in a genuine way and not necessarily be doing and having, you know, slimy subject matter, man.